everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Thursday. Welcome to a slightly sleepy and short Hazel stream. I offer apologies in advance. We're doing a half-C stream today. Only half-Cs, no back-Cs, because raid testing is starting at 11. So I'm gonna be taking off around 10:30 to make sure I'm ready in time. Hazel, what did you fold into an egg? Me. Happy Thursday, Hazel. Happy Thursday. Finally got here at the beginning. And when you get to the end, stop. Oh, man. Miss Kira's here. Hello. You want to come see me? Maybe later. Are we fighting? Miss Kira and I, Madam Kitty Cat, had a disagreement with a capital D last night. And the main point of contention is that I wanted to go to bed. And she was like, okay, cool, but I want to sleep on your pillow. She's discovered that my pillow is very nice. I got a memory foam situation that I got picked up recently. And she's discovered that it's awesome. And she's not wrong. But I wanted to sleep with it because it's my pillow. And she would like loaf on it, and then I would try to move her, and she would like dead weight. Like, I don't know if you've ever had a cat or a dog, or I guess a child do that, where they really don't want you to move them, and they just like go limp. And she did that like 3 times throughout the night. So I did not relent. I did eventually sleep with my head on my own pillow, but it was a journey getting there. So like, well, so here's the situation. First of all, Octopixie with a 42-month resub. Thank you very much. Always glad to see you here in the chat. Had the same issue and had to buy a second one for one of my cats. They're expensive. I bought them in a pair so my partner and I could each have one. They're really expensive. The earbuds apparently didn't charge last night, which was weird because I plugged them in, but, you know, whatever. I don't care. I can wear headphones. It's her pillow now. Did you have a memory foam bed herself? Surely one of the 57 cat beds had memory foam. I don't think she does, actually. She's got some regular... There's like a variety of pet beds around. One of them is functioning actually quite well as a crash pad for her to land on when she jumps off to the bed, which is nice because her joints aren't what they used to be, and I didn't want to listen to her land on the hard floor anymore because it breaks your heart every time. So, there's beds. I don't think she has any memory foam right now. At least 1 or 2 of the beds died to Mr. Moose, though, when he was a puppy. There was a couple of bed casualties for sure. What am I doing? I'm carrying around 42 tufts of yak fur. I am farming for at least the next 90 minutes, because again, short stream. Itsy bitsy little baby stream. I'm farming weapon transmogs. And there's one I need still from normal raid. It's from a normal Throne of Thunder. So, my thinking is that I should... well... Okay, fine. If Nalek's like up, then I'll maybe. This isn't Throne of Thunder, and I don't need Nalek. But if it's up anyway, although, oh yeah. I mean, who am I to say no to some reds just for the fun? Feel free to blast. All right, blasting. Remix got me to 300 belts. Very nice. Faster on foot. All right. Cheers. Let's see what we can get into here. It is a staff that I'm looking for from Throne of Thunder normal. It looks like this. This is one of the cooler appearances that I'm missing. I like this colorway. It kind of makes me feel like a parrot has sacrificed itself to ascend into some sort of deity. And then the new parrot's going to hatch out of the egg in the middle. So we need that. We're survival loot spec. Very difficulty normal. And we're going to start there. There are other things I need, although the vast majority of things that I need are survival weapons and not bows and crossbows. There's only 2 bows left. There's the Siege of Orgrimmar mythic bow, which I have no intentions of farming unless I really run out of things to do. And then there's this one that I was trying to get out of the 10 long steps. Got me on the Remix Weapons Mog farm after I got all the vendor jug. It snuck up on me. I didn't think it was gonna happen to me either. I thought I had more sense than this, if we're being honest. I don't. I think it's just right place, right time. I think I would have been fine to move on if there was something else super pressing happening, but this is just where my attention is going. Why don't you want me for your fast run? Maybe they set up the listing and then they went to go water their plants. It's my birthday. Go me. Made it around the sun yet again. Happy birthday, Elrathir. I hope you have a phenomenal day. Is there a post-season reward for doing Mythic Siege? You get a title right when you do it, and that's about it. That's about it. Dogs have a mini staircase to get up to the bed. They're small breeds. They get a pass. It's kind of a small room. I want to put a ramp in, but there's not really very much room between the foot of the bed and the wall. It would have to be a steep ramp, which is fine, but like, anyways, I don't think she would use it as a thing. She's very skeptical about walking on new things because she can't see them. Do you know if the transmogs from Isle of Thunder drop from every mob or only specific? I don't know confidently for sure. My feeling is that the whole zone is eligible. It's like one big loot pool for the entire outdoor zone. So you could get the stuff from rares, you could get it from random mobs, you could get it from like quest caches if you were doing the quest line. Should all be the same loot pool. I think the Isle of the Giants also shares a loot pool with, yeah, Isle of Thunder, Isle of Giants, and Timeless Isle look like they all share a loot pool according to this. I could get this one staff from any of those three things. So if you don't want to be on the Isle of Thunder, you could go to one of those other two places too. The Isles loot pool. Yeah, this list is getting shorter. There's a bunch of staffs and stuff from outdoors that I know that the fastest way to do them is to just like grind mobs outside, but it makes me feel incompetent because I go and I grind mobs outside and I guess I'm just not doing a good enough job. I guess I'm just not fast enough. Even if I go to like the spots people recommend me and there's no one competing for them, I'm just not clearing mobs fast enough. Or maybe I just wasn't getting lucky. I did get a bunch of loot last time I did it. Maybe I just got unlucky once and I've given up on it forever. I don't know if the mythic... I'm assuming it's account bound, but I actually don't know that. I haven't double checked. Paragon of the Mists. Squidgy. Paragon of the Mists. Should be a nice fast run of Thunder. I'm hoping that I can get this weapon, this Caduceus, if you will, without needing to... Oh, hi! Are we cool? Are we friends again? I gave you almost a whole lucky treat last night for you to share with Moosey. And you did good. I mean, he licked you and you were like, ew, gross. And then you were like, oh, you were mad. But you weren't like scared, you were just mad. You're allowed to be mad. Maybe I've gotten unlucky once and gave up on it forever is a great title for an autobiography. Kitty. All armies lagging? Need level 9 or 10 tunes in order to complete it on 2 servers. Hazel, do you think the seasonal boss bad luck protection will carry over into following years if you don't get the drop? I do think that. I don't have anything to back that up with, but it just seems like it would be really rude if you were so unlucky as to not get it even after trying every day for the whole event. It would be kind of rude to start you over again next year. I think it carries over. Nothing says that it wouldn't. Hi, I'm from Spain. Hello. I'm from Canada. Sweet face. She's a nice girl. She's a nice girl with good tasted pillows. I did your nails last night, and it made me remember how much easier your nails are to do than Moosey's, because I can just, like, stick you like a baby in the corner of my arm, and I can take your feet, and I can just go snip, 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 and you're you know, you don't love it, but you'll let me do it, which I appreciate, and then you get yummies. Are we inviting anybody? What's going on out here? You know, like, no, I don't think we are. You know, I can solo this whole raid. It really doesn't matter who they invite. Oh, they're doing heroic. Alright, I need normal. Alright, I'm just gonna find something else. Hunting group. Throne of Thunder. I need normal and I don't have a wild amount of time. I guess I could start it actually. There, why don't we do that? Start a group. Throne of Thunder, 10 normal. I don't know what level people can do this at, but I'm assuming it'll be fine. We just need 10 people. Moose resist nail trimming. I wouldn't... He's not, like... On a scale of 1 to you will never touch me with those clippers, he's at, like, a 3.5. And we are working on it. I think, part of the problem is that he's got big, thick nails. Some of them are white and some of them are black, and with the black ones, it's scary because you can't see where the quick is. And they're really tough, so you have to really give her with the clippers to, like, get through them, which is scary because, A, you have to really commit and, like, you know, go in with gusto, and I feel like I'm chopping off his toes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the other reason that it's... like, it pulls on his toe because it takes so much pressure to get through it. I'm gonna try and find some sharper clippers and bigger ones that are a different style. I have guillotine style clippers right now, like the safari ones with the green handle, and they're okay. And we have been making them work, but like, I think there's gotta be something that doesn't put as much pressure on his nail as we're doing it. I also, have been meaning to give him a bath before I do his nails, but he's just been pretty clean. He hasn't needed a bath lately. It's been a while since he's rolled around in the mud. Yes. Yeah. Or difficulty normal. Never tried a Dremel on him. No idea how he would react. He puts up with the nail clippers. I just need something that isn't as rough on him. 30 plus can join normal TOT? 50 plus. Hate clipping black nails. Do you think that I would have like a cheat code of like, well, I could look at the adjacent white nail and then just sort of see where it is on that nail? But I just get so, you know, I don't want to ruin his trust in me. And he's just not happy. Will we ever get a dog cam like we used to have with Joker? Maybe one day. We still don't have free roaming inter-dog cat harmony. We have supervised dog cat harmony right now, so he's on the other side of a baby gate while I'm streaming. I think that one day, if, you know, the great pet gate comes down, eventually, hopefully, and I'm confident to leave them unsupervised with each other, then I could have like a big dog bed in here. I don't know where. I don't know where I'm gonna stick it, but somewhere. And then if he's on it, then maybe. Dremel's great if the dog tolerates it. Yeah, it's kind of a big if. Kind of a big if. I think I'm projecting because I hate having my nails filed. I don't like the vibrations. Oh. It's a list a group. It literally said normal. Let's make sure people know what they're getting into. Tear down this wall. Yeah. That's what I would like to do. And I think we're very close. I'm just being excessively cautious because Kitty's my baby girl and she can't see and she deserves to be able to relax without thinking she's going to get jumped on by an enormous, overly excited puppy. Yeah, I don't really need to do a cat cam because she's kind of all over the place. And, you know, sometimes she sits right here and then she's on my cam. She wants the good camera. Okie dokie. Off and away. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I could have invited a bunch of people that loot stabs. I didn't do that. I guess I've got some druids. It's possible. I'm just gonna hope that in all of these bosses that maybe it drops for me. I did get the Midsummer Drake Mog. It dropped for me yesterday. Cuffle girl. Enormous fluffy tornado. He really is Hurricane Moose. He's doing good though. He knows he's not supposed to jump on the cat. It's just a question of really reinforcing that. He knows he's not supposed to. Staff, you need the Caduceus of Pure Moods. That's what it's called. I need this one. And I'm just keeping an eye on the chat to see if anyone gets it. I did loot a staff that I apparently needed the item ID for, so that's something. Does he like peanut butter still? Honestly, he hasn't had any lately. I haven't given him any peanut butter. He gets treats. We have these dried anchovies that he goes bananas for that we've been using for special treats recently. I need to make him some more, I have a cookie recipe for like pumpkin peanut butter cookies with some other stuff in them that he really likes, and I haven't made those for him in ages. I bet he would enjoy. What is a Caduceus? What's a Caduceus with you? Yeah. Oh man, I slept in today. I was late getting up. We still got through the morning. We got everything more or less in order. I've had the coffee, but oh man, one of those days. A couple months away from fall. That means Moose playing in falling leaves. I'm so extra. I have a fall collar ready for him. And he's got a summer collar right now. And I'm kind of tempted to pick out and order for him a spring and a winter one so he can have his seasonal collar and he can be fashion. He's so cute in different colors. He's so handsome. He sits up and then he's always such a handsome boy with when he wears them. And for a while I was like, listen, I'm a practical woman. I'm too sensible for this. He only needs one. And I've changed my mind. I'm not a practical woman. I'm not sensible at all. You know what I am? I'm fun. Raid testing should be 2 bosses today. We're doing 11 to 1 p.m. So 1 boss at 11 and then 1 boss at 12. And I believe that's the last 2 heroic bosses. Quit my awful retail job. Feeling so free now. Congratulations. Have you ever walked into a room, your cats are up to something, they freeze in place like they're innocent? Making my coffee, asked them what they were doing, turned around, and I was all alone talking to myself. Is there anything I do to like open this up? Do we have to like click on something here? Oh no, he's coming. Need new fix it. I don't think I haven't done that with Kitty in a long time. I once interrupted a meeting of cats outside. I was out for a walk, and I kind of like see a shape that is vaguely cat-like to my left. And I turn, and there's, I think, 3 different cats that were just sitting in kind of a circle, like having, like, and then when I looked at them, they all froze and they all turned to look at me, and they just like stopped dead there until I moved on. And it made me feel like I had interrupted some kind of like secret revolutionary meeting. They were discussing sensitive topics, and they were not about to continue saying a word until I moved on. What's cute is that after having walked by that area quite a few times and kind of seeing where some of these cats tend to hang out and live and go into, I think those cats are neighbors. I don't think they all live in the same house. I think a few of them live in like adjacent houses, and it's neat to me that they all just like get together and chat. In their 3rd place, precisely. That's exactly what it is. Thank you. What do you think they talk about? I don't know. Might be the birds. There's always drama going on with the birds in town. There's various factions. There's crows and the multiple factions contained within them. There's the seagulls, which sometimes get into it with the crows. There's the hawks and the eagles, and both the seagulls and the crows will stop everything they're doing, call the troops, and gather to chase off violently bald eagles as well as hawks, like Cooper's hawks and red-tailed hawks. And then occasionally you get a big heron just minding its business, flapping over the whole thing like some kind of deity. Birds and squirrels are the big meeting topics for the local cat scene. The same cute black cat 2 days in a row on my way to work. Took it as a sign of good fortune. Do look like deities. I saw another one yesterday in my walk, and it's not unusual to see them, especially if you're walking anywhere or even vaguely close to the water. Even if you're not everywhere, it's kind of close enough to the water that they'll sometimes fly overhead. And every time I see one, I'm like, man, I love living here. This is so cool. They look so cool flying. They're big, and they've got just these really huge, elegant wings. It's just lovely. Oh, we're in combat. Oh, I see. Okay. Here, I'll come meet them around this side. Crows used to be our heraldic bird. Are there any sea lions around? I think so, but I'm not confident enough in my animal identification to swear to my life. There's certainly seals. And otters. There's loads of seals and otters. And if you're lucky, you'll see whales. If you're really lucky. Actually, you don't have to be crazy lucky, but you have to be a little lucky. Medium lucky. Otters are water weasels. They're big water weasels. And then the mink are the littler ones. But they're all so cute. Sometimes they'll just kind of like buy you in a big pack. I don't know what the collective word is for a group of otters, but it's got to be something ridiculous. Aw. I was like looking through my chat log to see if anybody got the staff I needed. No one did, but someone thanked me for the carry. It's nice. I should. All right. Oh, and we're going to the right. We're jumping down. There we go. That's right. I almost did it. I almost was the problem again. But we're good. Farming T-Mug. Happens. Happens to the best of us. It's the FOMO of it that's getting me. It's the limited time availability. It's you. Hi. You have a problem, it's you. That song will forever be tied to me. I had it on in the car, and I was trying to leave a really busy parking lot, and I was trying to find a time to like pull out carefully. And I did, and a few people had to wait for me, and I was like just nervous because I felt like I was taking too long, but I didn't want to rush it and like bump anybody. So, and me, the entire time Taylor's over there like, I'm the problem, it's me. And I'm like, not now, Taylor, it's not a good time. I don't remember if I was pulling out or parking, but there was some business with being nervous about taking too long in a parking lot. A few days ago, saw swans chasing off ducks and geese so the swan chicks could eat the reachable seagrass. Oh. Where am I going? I'm having a moment. We're going this way. Finish the vendor mounts, then I'll be less anxious. Let's see. I need to make sure I hit up the various... the bell guys. And maybe clear enough trash so that people don't get smoked trying to come up behind me. What do you mean I don't have a pet? The thing about Remix is that you get all, or I was all excited about what my class was going to do with all these stats, and it turns out what my class is going to do with all these stats is her Tinker Gems. It's all about the Tinker Gem procs. There's another one like out there, yeah. I don't actually know how many there are. I'm hoping there's 2 and not 3. I'm not doing the finest job of threat management that these people have ever seen. there another one? Probably. Oh no, we're good. I think. There is 3? No, I don't remember where the third one is. I think someone else clicked the bells at least. Oh, alright, they got it. We're good. I feel like if I haven't learned this room by now, all of these years after it's come out, I'm kind of not gonna. I don't like my chances. Okie dokie. Second longest boss to kill behind Galacrest.
Beware.
Maybe Spoils is up there too. But if I can just get the weapon I'm looking for, then I'll be done with this place. I don't want to say forever, but maybe forever. You know, like I've cleaned the vendors out, and then I cleaned them out again for good measure. I bought all the sets that it said I'd already collected, and I learned them just for item IDs or something. I don't know, but there's actually nothing left of the vendors now. So I must have all the transmog from Throne of Thunder. I have the mounts from Throne of Thunder. I have the toy from Throne of Thunder. You'd think that if I can get this staff, then I'm actually done. Like, what else could they possibly have at this place that I would need to come back here and farm for? Which Holy Priest hero tree are you more interested in? Archon's kind of the user-friendly one if you don't... And then Oracle's interesting, but more involved. So it kind of depends on how much... I think I'm more interested in playing Oracle in the long term, but for the moment, when there's so many other things to learn, I'm probably going to run Archon for a while early just to give myself time to learn the fights and to get used to everything else without needing to pick apart the different premonitions right away. Because if you're an Archon, especially within a raid, you can just kind of be like,
Beware.
Halo. Look at it go. Here I go, Haloing again. Fairly nice and straightforward. How much harder is Remix Siege versus Heroic? Speed up the Bones collection. I think there's like a numeric, like a number, like it's something like 10 times more health and damage or whatever. But if you can get a group that is full 476, then it feels about the same as your average Heroic Siege group. It takes maybe a little bit longer, but if you do get a full team of 476, which isn't unreasonable at this point, it works out okay. It'll give you 10 bones for sure, plus a bunch of bronze. Succumb to the void and go Voidweaver. I can't be a Voidweaver Holy Priest. I can be a Voidweaver Shadow Priest, and I'm probably gonna spend some time doing that. People will be forever doing mop raids. You taking a nap? I need to make sure I leave no snails unmurdered. I can't leave them alive to take out my friends here. Full Discord, 476 run a Mythic Siege, you did it? Yeah. Yeah, we just did it, I just did it the one time, and it was quite straightforward. I don't think we had to pull anything twice. I wonder if I'm gonna have to do this more than once today. So if I don't get the staff today, I'm just gonna have to keep coming back here until I do. Watch out! In one of the earliest runs I did of this place, there was 476, like an early days one that was carrying the normal group I was in. Or maybe even it was Heroic, I don't remember, but they were carrying a Throne of Thunder. And they walked into the snail and they died. And one of the carries was, somebody that was in the group was like, "Where is your gear now?" Which I thought was hilarious, but also, you know, bold. Don't know how touchy this person is. They might get mad. In the snail, presumably, right? People second. I never know where we pick these worms up from, but presumably somewhere. I would summon, but I think the get snailed. Maybe the egg drop achievement, it will never happen. Oh, nice. Some good monks in here. Alright, we're here. Let's go. Any luck? No? Alright. It does feel good to be done with Siege of Orgrimmar. I guess I should check to make sure I don't need anything from, like, LFR or whatever, but... I think Squidgy has kind of overtaken my other hunter alts. I had a bunch of them in Dragonflight. I was most recently playing a human hunter that I thought was really cute because I kind of made her look like me is, you know, well within range, and I gave her a cat pet named Kira and a big Bakar pet that I named Moose. And that is very fun. That is super fun, but Squidgy's just kind of grown on me over here. I hope I don't need to kill these in any particular place. After you're done, you can get another class to farm the other transmogs. What if it's finally time for Shellfish's redemption arc? Like, he needs to catch up. And struggle through his gearlessness. There needs to be a squishy title for Squishy Squidgy. I don't know. Like a fresh 70 is, if somebody is trying to build a normal raid to do it without a carry, a fresh 70 is the worst thing you can do. You are better off with a like a 25 with no gear. You're better off with like a 55 with no gear. Fresh 70s, just because of scaling, are absolutely garbage. You need people to carry them if you want to get through the content. The snails section is kind of funny to watch when people don't know about them. I'm a bad person. If you're a bad person, then I am too. I love watching people, and I'm not immune to this, I die to it too, die to enormous one-shots like that. Like the elevator squish, getting knocked off edges, the snails, tentacle slams on N'Zoth, tentacle slams on the first N'Zoth boss in Ny'alotha. Hilarious. There's nothing better than seeing the enormous telegraph, huge shadow, massive tentacle, and then someone in Discord just swears. Tentacle slams and Stradamus and Plaguefall. Yeah, a little closer to home. Those ones were, I feel like, less... They were very obvious, but they were hard because they were so fast. I did much better in the season that I had the movement speed from the affix. The first season without that movement speed was just brutal. Yeah, not a lot of stabs dropping here. Thanks for causing my Ny'alotha memories to resurface. Stampeding Roar into a few slugs and... Yeah, I guess if I do this tomorrow, I suppose that the move, if I really want to get the staff and I don't get it today, is to literally stack the group full of like casters and other people that might get stabs to drop, to both try to force it to drop it and to see if I can get lucky and find someone that gets it that doesn't need it. That's willing to give it to me. Wowhead has a page with the best Tinker gems. I don't know if they've updated it since like the Lifestorm meta took off, because you want to make sure you have Searing Light. That's very important to work with your Lifestorm. People are so happy that Bolster and Sanguine are finally dead and buried along with Necrotic. I just now noticed that we're back at the beginning. I always thought this was like a different part of the raid that just happened to look the same. Did you know that you fight Shriekwing and Sludgefist in the same room? I must have known that at some point. I don't know if I remembered it. You silliness in this chat? Never. Don't believe it. the Nathria skip was in there, wasn't it? Is this a door? Or am I dumb? I thought that was a door. People are following me like I know where I'm going. I do not know where I'm going. Yeah, this looks reasonable. Like your grub. Thank you. Why did the wall move if that is not the way to go? Thank you. I knew there was some reason that seemed like a good path to me. Carry, not a follow, right? Oh man. Nearly at the end of this place. I'm not feeling so lucky anymore. It dropped for one person, but they haven't gotten back to me, so they might need it. Or they might just want to keep it for bronze or whatnot, which is fine. Whew. What's your opinion on Blizzard going back and adding skips to old raids like Magtheridon's or Onyxia's Lair? I'm down for them to go back and add skips to old raids. Those are strange choices for old raids to add skips to. I wouldn't put them on the top of my list. Alrighty.
Four, three, two, one. 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's just because Onyxia is not a long raid to run through compared to something like ICC. Or Dragon Soul, right? That was one of the first raids that I ever farmed for a mount, I think, was Onyxia's Lair. I think when I first sat down and I looked at the mounts that dropped from raids, I thought that was as a early raid in the game, and a pretty short one. That was a reasonable place to start. I wonder if I have any stat or achievement or data on my account that tells me when I got Onyxia's Drake. Is that what it's called? Onyxian Drake, maybe? Yeah, I think it was before streaming. I'm not 100%, but I think it must have been.
1, 3, 2, 1.
Could be an Ulduar skip. I used to lock out share for Ulduar. That was how I got mine. I don't know if you can still do it or not. No feat of strength for the Nixie now? Oh, that's a bummer. Anything? Oh, yeah! Sorry, that was not my coolest reaction. I'm so excited though! Awesome. Thank you so much, all. Have a good day. Yeah! I needed that stuff. I'm done with Roan now. I don't have to go back tomorrow. Literally the last boss. Kitty's too cool for me. She's leaving up. Alright. I did get the egg. The last boss on the basement is for heroic only. And I guess, yeah, no, heroic only. I was gonna say mythic, but that wasn't a thing. Alright, let's clean up our bags a little bit. Yeah. If I whisper somebody for a mug and they don't respond, I assume that they either want to keep it and they don't want to say so, which is fine, or that they just didn't see it. But either way, I don't ask again. I just leave it alone. But yeah, it's pretty easy to miss whispers because you've got like a whole raid full of people looting like a ton of items, so it really floods the chat log if somebody isn't using whispers in a separate window. Well, that's exciting. So this is now the list of things that I could farm still in my hunter. Oh, I do need 2 things from Siege of Orgrimmar LFR. Bluch. I have 35 minutes left today. I need 1 thing from Throne of Thunder LFR, a bunch of stuff from the tier 14 raid LFRs. This add-on is called Trove Tally. I don't know where that woof came from, to be honest. It did not sound like my dog. I suppose now's as good time as ever to go take a break and check it out. Okey-dokey. Sorry about that. It's a mystery. I have no idea. Must have been a neighbor or something. Okay, so if I have this much time, I wonder if I can get into, if I queue for a bunch of them, I wonder if I can get into like a Raid Finder wing. But then, in the meantime, while I'm waiting for them, it would make a lot of sense for me to go to an outdoor zone that I also need appearances from. And like, either farm mobs or do quests or do rares or like all of the above kind of out there. And I'm thinking here. I think I have stuff to do there because I'm missing, are you leaving? See you later. 1 bow and 1 staff, which is kind of awkward. Oh, two staves, I guess, because this one looks like it could come from either. This is the one I really want. This is the cool looking one. The other ones are kind of fine, but not, well, actually that's pretty cool too. More colors of those, always good. Yeah, I got a half an hour before I need to pack up and make sure I'm ready for raid testing. Another egg staff. We're preparing to incubate a whole batch of friends over here. Kira will handle raid testing now. Her feedback will be invaluable. First wing has 4 bosses in LFR. Okay. I figured my logic last time I was out here was that I will blow through these quests with no problem because of how much gear I have and how fast I move and everything like that. So I figured that it would make a lot of sense for me to just kind of quest and get a bunch of questing boxes. It was going okay. I don't think it was nearly as fast as just farming mobs, but it felt nice in that it was a little bit more, I don't know, I felt like I was making progress somehow. There was some measurable thing that made me feel like I was getting somewhere even if I didn't get the stuff that I wanted to drop. Off topic. Hubby and I are adopting a cat soon. Any pro tips for the first few days with Kitty? Oh, congratulations. Kitties take a while to settle in sometimes, so don't freak out too much if Kitty's a bit scared or if Kitty's hiding a lot for the first few days. That's quite normal. And they're not gonna, like, starve to death or get crazy dehydrated or anything. Just, you know, give them some space and time and make sure they have everything that they need available. They'll settle in. You have spare charms, you could trade them for boxes. Not really. Well, do I actually? No, I have no spare charms at all. I only have 2. That's terrible. That's not good at all. Maybe I'll get some spare. Oh, well, no, you would get them on like the Isle of Thunder and like the end game zones. I don't know if I would just get them questing out here. Cat, my friends, got hid under a cupboard for a few days before gradually revealing herself. Doing dailies gives boxes and charms. Prefer it to mindless grinding. Yes, might not be a bad idea. I guess the charms would just be 4 more boxes. I do like the questing. I didn't end up doing the questing in this zone. I thought I was going to kind of redo Pandaria Lore Master in Remix, and I never ended up doing it because it turned out I didn't need to. I thought I was going to need to for all the achievements, but I was able to get the achievements just by other things like rares and whatnot. Katie, that's a funny place. You're on the hunt for new beds right now. You are on the prowl. You could come sit on my lap. Want some mom time? You don't have to. Alright, let's see. Loot spec. I'm gonna open these as BM. I need like one bow from this zone. And once I have it, then I can change my loot spec back to survival and be basically done. But I'd like to get the bow just to kind of clean up that loose, tie off that loose end sort of thing. Describe where she is. She's right underneath my chair now. She was thinking about getting onto that gray storage bench that I have that used to be part of my background. It's still off to the side there. It has my Squishmallows on it, and it's got my extra recording gear in it. And she was thinking about like trying to find a place on top of it, but it's covered with plushies. She ran into the enormous leopard seal plushie and then decided it wasn't worth it. Hi, sweetie. I can't believe it's been 10 years since I've had you, kitty. We're having our 10-year cativersary. I got you for my birthday in 2014. So in September it'll have been 10 years. I was thinking about that when I was doing her nails last night, and how it's a bit unfair for me to compare how easy it is to do her nails compared to Moose, because I've known her for 10 years and I've been doing her nails and, you know, building this relationship and trust with her for that long. It's really not fair for me to compare where I'm at with Moosey. I love Moosey and he's a good boy and I think we're quite close, but you know, he's been in my life for less than a year right now. He's still a baby. Both of my cats turned 10 in July. Did you think about how many meters of nails you've clipped in those 10 years? Meters? I mean, on one hand, 10 years. On the other hand, meters? Oh my god. When I do her nails, I just take like the tip off. I just take the little sharp tip off. I do maybe 2 millimeters of nail. I do very short nail trims fairly often. But, you know, it has been 10 years. Maybe it really does add up. What we're hoping for every time we open one of these boxes is we're hoping for a Jinyu short bow. But I'm going to change my loot spec if I'm going to do this LFR wing. Loot spec, survival, good. If you won't share your pillow, maybe she's on the hunt for something equally magnificent. I think perhaps you are. We walked Moose through like a kind of a rich person neighborhood. I was trying to think of like a better way to say that, but we walked Moose through like a fancy, you know, neighborhood where all the homes are really expensive and stuff, and there's like big yards and, you know, Latin mottos over the gates and stuff. And it was a nice walk, but he was like looking in the yards and like looking at dogs playing in the yards, and I felt bad that I was giving him like wealth gap envy. What day do you teach your dog about that? He saw there was a yard that had 2 different dogs playing in it, and I'm pretty sure he thought it was a dog park that he wasn't allowed to go into. He was a bit upset with me. Oh, I need to be destroying the ballistas. Also, how come my Q didn't pop? What's up with that? So I'm still survival loot spec, but I do still need bows from this as well. Are these ballistas? They look like they could be ballista-y. Don't actually know what those are. This could be a ballista. Yes, yes. I was about to be like, okay, what is a ballista? No, it's some kind of a siege weapon, but I wasn't paying a lot of attention. Never had to build one before. And loot spec is still survival. Very good. Okay. Yeah, we're in the first wing. Perfect. We were hoping for from here 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 5 different staff models and colors that we could get. Anytime we hear the blink sound, we're happy. Both my cats turned 10 in July. Happy early birthday to your kitties. I was thinking that I want to do something for my birthday this year, and I don't know what that means, but I need to figure out what it means so I can plan for it. It's tough because my birthday is going to be kind of early in the War Within launch. It'll be right around when the raids come out, so I can't exactly like take off for a week or anything. I mean, I could, but like it would be a not very auspicious time for me to, a not very convenient time for me to just like leave. I guess I'm just feeling self-indulgent. Let me through this door. Let me in. And other things that I was looking into that I still haven't done because those are all my stories or things I almost did. I had some vague idea about trying to find a yoga class, like a beginner's yoga class, because I feel like that would be good for me. And kind of get me out a little bit. And the only one that I could find that was like, I mean, I'm sure there's tons of them, but like quite a few of them are actually, they're not just yoga, they're hot yoga. And I don't know if that's a good idea for beginners. Why must we heat our yoga? What's wrong with cold yoga? Room temperature yoga? Why are we cooking ourselves? I'm sure there's like logic and it like helps you stretch and whatever, but like, I don't know. It just seems like if I'm already nervous about going to do something different, must I do it and be dripping in sweat? You know? Would avoid hot yoga. It's intense, depends on where you go. Yeah, I want just like a regular beginner yoga class. I need something real easy and straightforward. I'm mainly looking to just conquer my fear of going out of the house and walking into a room that has other people in it. But I don't want to go, I don't know if I want to go somewhere right downtown because I don't want to drive there. And if I can't walk there, I don't really want to take the bus to yoga because if I'm going to get all sweaty, I mean, I know people are sweaty on the bus. I just don't want to be one of the sweaty people on the bus. I think I'm overthinking it. Hi. Do I need to pick up the bombs or maybe loot them to use here? Because it's still saying 3 of 6 ballistas. I'm seeing ballistas now that I've established what they are. I don't have any explosives for them. I've tried yoga with Adrian before. I should probably give it another try now that I've had more time to grow up a bit and relax. But I wanted a class because I wanted something that actually gets me out my door. I think that I'm way more like if I do YouTube yoga, and I should, but like if I do it, I'm gonna just do it twice and then never again. And if I've paid for like a whole summer's worth of classes, maybe I would do it twice and never again, and then I would also be like out a bunch of money, but maybe I would go. be good. Those can drop greens. Not the ones that I need, though. Take these explosives. Okay, maybe I've just lost them. Maybe I need to go pick up more. I also don't remember where I picked them up, so if I wanted to go get more. I don't know who I'm talking to. Whoops. Maybe if I finish the ranger rescue, I'll find the guy because it'll be the same quest turned in. I'm sorry you had that experience with it. It's no good. Are you allowed to do like the aqua exercise classes when you're not over 50? Can I go do them anyway? Do you think I would make friends? It sounds nice. It sounds low impact. Remind myself at any public class that everyone is at different levels. Showing up attending is sometimes half the work. Patience with myself is a big practice. Yeah, I guess that's true. It's not like I'm any good at yoga, so even if it was a beginner class, there's probably going to be somebody in there that's like really good that I need to not take personally, which is probably easier said than done. Okay, so this turns in right there. Let me see if I can find those bombs. They're legit pretty good, easy on the joints, which are not the same as they used to be. Kira's joints aren't the same as they used to be. My joints are saving their protests for later. They're doing okay. The reason I really want yoga is that my shoulders, I need to stretch more and I need to build some strength. And weightlifting is also good for that. But when I'm relaxing or when I'm sleeping, I notice that I curl forward like a pill bug. I like do this and I clench, and then it's like really hard to open up through here and like relax properly, and it's pulling my posture really out of whack, and it hurts. Like, it's really painful. And I think that a combination of like strength training my back muscles and then also just more stretching and general balance would help with that. So that I don't have to feel like I'm gremlining around whenever I go out in public, and also so that it can stop hurting me. Both probably good. Alright, I'm just gonna wait right here so he can give me more explosives later. Putting my loot spec back to survival. But I won't lie to you. This is silly of me, but part of my motivation for wanting to do yoga, aside from it being good for me and something I've enjoyed in the past, I want an excuse to wear cute yoga clothes. I like them. They're comfy. And I want to wear them to try yoga in. You know what I mean? Nothing says you can't wear your stretchy, comfy clothes on the couch or like walk on your dog. And I do. But maybe I actually want to stretch. Since when do people need excuses to wear cute yoga things? You don't. But that doesn't mean that it can't make you want to. I got into fishing because I thought it was super cute wearing shirts with enormous fish on it. Still is. Maybe I'm the kind of person that gets into the clothes first and then picks up the hobby based on what kind of clothes I like to wear. Silly? Yes. A problem? I don't think so. I think that's fine. Imagine figuring out your hobbies in your life wardrobe first. You're like, well, what do I want to wear? And then, what do I think people that wear these things like to do? Maybe I'll try that. Do you meet lots of fisher folks with fish-themed t-shirts? No. I meet fisher folk when I'm fishing. They're usually just wearing clothes. I'm usually the only person that has matched my shirt to my activity.
Phase change.
But you do meet people that fish when you go fishing. They're generally very nice.
Phase change.
Wait till Hazel finds out about skateboarding clothes, chat. She'll be the next Tony Hawk. Oh, man. You know, I've never properly broken a bone in my life. I fractured one once, and that was it. And I like to tell myself it's because of all my calcium, but I think it's because I don't do dangerous things anymore. And if I got into skateboarding, I would be just asking for it. How did he fracture it? It was my clavicle, my collarbone. I was a little kid, and my sister and I were playing the game where you hold onto each other's hands and you spin around in a circle. And my sister's older than me, and she's bigger and stronger than me. And we were going pretty fast, and I got like air. I got like my feet came off the ground, apparently. I've been told this story. I don't really remember it. I have a memory that I've come to realize was not actually the memory. It's just because I've been told the story so many times. Anyway, there was a large steel pole, some kind of a basketball hoop situation, and I crashed into it and fractured my clavicle. And then I held that over my sister's head for the rest of our childhood. I'm sure she felt awful. She's a nice person. She wasn't bullying me or anything. It was just an accident, but in hindsight, hilarious. At the time, probably ouchie. But I think I was young enough that I don't really actually remember it. It happens. Brother knocked one of my teeth out. Oh. Yeah, sometimes kids roughhouse. That age, bones fairly pliant. Good day to you. Happy Thursday. I'm right at the end of I'm doing a baby halfsy stream today, so I'm only gonna go for about another 10 minutes, so I can get ready for raid testing. But we've been having a comfy stream. I got that transmog I wanted out of. I got a transmog out of Throne of Thunder. It was a staff I was missing, and I was quite excited. So now I don't need to do any more normal Throne. Broke my arm skateboarding a few years ago. Definitely an indication that perhaps it was time to move on to other activities. Oh, the tooth was already loose. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. I mean, sometimes teeth come out, but it's nicer when they were already gonna.
Beware.
Not a ton of broken bones in my life. I've had a couple of concussions, largely from dance. And yeah. I didn't really mind. Dance. Yeah, in school there was this class that I did for credits, and because it was an appealing class to be in as a teenager, where it was like a partner lift class. So you would have an opposite gender partner, and the moves that you were learning were like lifts and throws and stuff like that. The rest of the dancing was kind of besides the point. I think they just wanted to get the teenage boys into dance class by telling them they could lift the teenage girls, and it worked. It was very fun. But a lot of the moves involved height and motion, and I was taller than the other girls in the class, and my partner was about my height, but sometimes I just wouldn't have the clearance, and I would clip my head on the floor, or I would clip my head on his knees, or you'd just get dropped on your head once in a while. At the time, I was having a marvelous time. I was not a hit when I was dating or trying to date in school. I was like an awkward teenager, so I was just happy that anybody was like hanging out with me. But yeah, couple of mild, nothing dire. Most of the brain cells are still in here. And my poor partner at the time, very nice young man, sustained some, not damage, but definitely some trauma to his family jewels due to, again, motion, swinging, knees, elbows, etc. I don't think elbows, actually. I don't think anyone took an elbow to the sensitive parts, but it's just a mess. Broke my own skateboarding too back in the 80s. Did not know it was broken until my elbow swelled up like a grapefruit. Oh no. So yeah, I like exercise. I think the most dangerous thing that I do nowadays is like when you're kind of hiking and you're sort of bouldering over some of the sketchier parts if you're on a bit of a difficult trail. I am maybe a little overconfident when I do that. Sometimes I'm probably not as careful as I should be if I'm navigating a really steep section, especially because it's the outdoors and sometimes things aren't firmly in place. You know, you can't really trust your weight to a rock if that rock's not secured. Or you shouldn't. I have yet to fall off any mountains, but I did fall into the lake once. No luck with the LFR weapon so far today. Broke my nose surfing. Oh no. Oh, that sounds awful. Nope. No luck that time. Okay, I was gonna go, but if I have 6 minutes, I might be able to do an LFR wing in 6 minutes. It doesn't matter anymore because I have enough damage to be getting on with, but how many threads am I at? 214k. Ah. That's cute. Hi, Kitty, what if you and I do cat yoga? We used to do cat yoga, which is where I try to do yoga and then you try to climb on me. She was always very involved whenever I was trying to do yoga because she's excited about any kind of new surface. So the yoga mat's very appealing to her. And then she's trying to like be on it. And then if she thinks that she can get on your back, she will. Or if you're trying to like corpse pose, she's just gonna try to climb on you. And she's so cute that you can't say no, you know? I mean, you could. Sometimes you have to. But I think that at the end of my life, if I was asked to tally up my regrets, I don't think that any time that I spent with my cat, any naps or yoga or fighting over the pillow, I don't think any of those things would be among them. How do you feel about any kind of combat / self-defense training? I don't know. I think it's just gonna freak me out. I'm not saying it's not a good idea to be trained in combat and self-defense, but knowing my luck, I would put in all that work and I would be like, I don't know, Sandra Bullock in Miss Congeniality. And then, you know, I would just get like shot or something or killed with like a blow dart, right? Like there's some things you just can't prepare against, and I don't want to get my hopes up. I just knee, arm, hip. Doggy always went for the sloppy mouth like while doing stuff on the floor. Blow darts are definitely in danger.
Watch your step.
We just need to fire up the fitness stream. We just need to start the Hazelnutty weightlifting section of the stream. Nobody says I had to lift big weights. Hazelnutty Gates. Someone who lifts weights, no one should start with the big ones. You mean you don't just walk into the gym and find the biggest weight and then break your bones upon its body to try to prove a point? Feel the strength of the earth. You'd be surprised. I'm sure people do silly things sometimes. Please walk into a Planet Fitness and scream, feel the strength of the earth. How are you meant to assert dominance in the gym if you don't go and lift the heaviest weights first time in? Oh, someone pet Harold. Someone likes Harold. It always makes me giggle whenever someone likes or emotes my hunter pets in game. It's just cute. Yeah, not getting super lucky with the LFR appearances. I guess we have 5. It used to be 7, right? I don't know if I got any today. I wouldn't know. I scrapped a bunch of them. I need to leave soon, but now there's just one more boss left in this wing. Currently on a longest semi-regular lifting streak ever. 5 months. Huge part due to the program I have. Tell me more about what you mean by program. Do not use what they give you. They want you to sign up and never show up and not get you stronger. Yeah, that's probably true. At least for some gyms. Some of them might have integrity. Programs are key. Okay, I'm a dork. When you say program, all I can think of is a little paper pamphlet handout they give you at the theater. You would like it. It's an Excel sheet from people who actually know about lifting. Oh. Schedule of your workout. Oh, okay. Calculators and graphs and everything. Well, that sounds fun. I like the idea of it being like a checklist where like you can just kind of like know when you go in what exercises you're going to do and how many sets of each you're going to do or how many reps or whatever. Because the thing I don't like and the thing I've kind of gone astray with previously is I'd be like, okay, I have these weights, I'm going to do X, Y, Z, and then I would just do some of them. And I would be like, is that enough? I don't know. Ours are kind of tired. Sure. And I would never have this feeling of like, I was done.
Killads.
And then it was very unclear and then I would never go back and do it again. F45 gym. Not heard of that. I could look it up. F is for functional simple movements. Yeah, it kind of sounds like when I had a music mentor, they would give you exercises and they would be like, I want you to drill this study, and this study. And then you would practice all week and you would come back and you would show those specific things. Okay. House Vandalin. It's good. It's good. I've been mog farming. I gotta go though. I gotta go for the day. We've got raid testing coming up soon and I want to have time to kind of get ready and settled and everything. I'll be back tomorrow for another short stream tomorrow. Maybe not as short tomorrow. I think I can do an extra hour tomorrow. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for joining me. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.